Hello and welcome to Education at SSBJ online video tutorial. We are in chapter number 15 of class 8th CBSE, Some Natural Phenomena. And in this video tutorial we have learnt that how lightning occur. In short, let us quickly revise the process of lightning without going much into details. We know that matter gets charged due to rubbing, or we can call it as friction. So there will be the friction of air with the water molecules and many other materials in the sky, right? Particularly water molecules are more responsible for this. What we say cloud. Now because of continuous friction, there will be deposition of charge all over the clouds, and they deposit in such a way that a particular end develops a different kind of charge, like it is shown now on your screen. And it happens same here in tall towers, even in trees. The moment cloud comes very near to these tall towers, we will have an opposite kind of charge which is deposited on the top of the tower as well as tree, because unlike charges attract and like charges repel, you will find that the negative charges will move away from the cloud in case negative charge come close to either tree or a tower. In this situation, like how we have seen in a battery, if positive terminal and negative terminal is connected, we get a spark. It is possible only when the voltage is more, current supply is more, right? We get a spark. In the same way, because of direct contact of these charges during thunderstorm, rain as well as breeze results into a lightning. So this is about occurrence of lightning. So during lightning, about 100 million volts of current will be produced, and that is why most of the time when there is a lightning, there is loss of trees as well as human lives. After this, we have studied about earthquake. We have learned that the earth is made up of different layers such as crust, core and mantle, and in the mantle we find convection current. Please refer previous video to understand about convection current. So this convection current is responsible to put more of pressure on this so-called plates over here. We have already discussed there are primary plates, secondary plates. They are huge pieces of rocks, and when they move they collide, and that causes earthquake. We cannot predict these natural phenomena. That is why we need to take precautions during lightning as well as earthquake. So now in this video tutorial we shall see what precautions we can take during lightning as well as earthquake. We'll go first for lightning. Okay. And as we know that lightning results into 100 million volts of current, and lightning strikes in billions every year. Can you read this? 1 billion 400 million every year. And the temperature during a lightning strikes will be almost around or more than 30,000 degree centigrade, which will be a temperature of sun in some part of the sun. And that is why this temperature may cause a huge damage to the surrounding as well as a human lives. So what should we do during lightning? Open place is not at all safe because there is more chances of lightning strike. That's why during lightning and thunderstorm we should not go out. It is better to be inside the house. So house is more safer. But house will have electric wires, then telephone cables or telephone cords inside. So during lightning, there may be a flow of charge, or we call it as current, which will flow through these electric wire and telephone or even in any other metal parts. Therefore, even when you are in the house during lightning, we should not touch these things which are inside the house. So lightning can strike telephone cords, electric wires and metal pipes. Suppose if you are outside, it is not at all safe when you ride a bike during thunderstorm, or if you are in a tractor or construction machinery. The reason is bike parts or a vehicle part or a machine parts are good conductors of electricity, and this will allow the electricity to flow through, and that will cause damage to humans. So that is the reason that on outside, on tractors, on motorbikes, moving should be avoided. It's a common sense that during lightning there will be enormous amount of current flowing in the air, as well as it strikes on trees and buildings. And we know that metals conduct electricity. So it's a common sense again that wherever there is a metal or wherever there are conductors of electricity, we should take care of. Now inside we have got so many places there are metals, right? So there we should take care of and be alert. As far as tree is concerned, during rainy season it will be wet and there is a chances of lightning strike. So standing down below the tree is not advisable. Open fields are not advisable. Tall trees are not advisable to be taken shelter. Parks, not at all. Parks will have many metal made objects all around and will be simply touching those parts. Elevated place, okay, standing here at elevation is again a danger because you are very close to cloud. A body also will conduct electricity and the lightning will strike straight on us. Holding umbrella during thunderstorm. Remember, umbrella has got a metal rod here in between. So the moment cloud comes nearby it, or somewhere if there is a lightning is flow of current, suddenly this metal rod will absorb that current because it's a good conductor of electricity. Or if a cloud, you are at elevated place and you are near the cloud, then there is a chance of lightning strike straightway on the umbrella. Standing below metal poles or electric poles is very dangerous, because if there is a lightning strike, there will be a spark again here, and if you are holding your hand here on the metal, the current may flow. Generally, suppose if you are caught during lightning and there is no way out for you to go here and there and safeguard yourself, in that case at least don't lie on a ground, but go for a squat position and hide your ears and eyes as well as head. This is how you can sit. So this will protect major parts of your body. During lightning strike, huge amount of current flows through the building or the tree wherever the lightning is struck. Now if the current flows through this building, then most of the conductors which are used in this construction of the building, such as rods which are within the walls, then there are many metal parts which are there inside the house, then electrical appliances such as fan and switchboards, TV sets, and so many electrical appliances will be damaged because excess electricity will pass through them. Now to avoid this, there is an arrangement made by keeping a sharp metal piece which is called lightning conductor. So how does it work? This metal piece is further connected with the help of a copper wire. This will be inside the house or along the wall. Okay, so I have shown here just on the roof. It will be generally along the wall here, and then it is taken down and then buried under the ground with some metal plates, particularly copper. When the lightning strikes, then the current which is flown through this metal will be immediately discharged to the ground. Once again, let's say a cloud of a particular charge comes closer, then as according to the properties of charges, opposite charge will be more at the edges of the building. Now since the entire building is connected to a metal wire and then to a sharp end here, right, you will find more of charges here than the building or compared to any other parts of the building. So there is more of chance of lightning strike first at this point. The moment lightning strikes at this point, then the huge amount of current is absorbed by this metal conductor first, and immediately that will be taken down to the ground, and that is what called discharging. Thus how the amount of current which is going to enter into the house is avoided. If it goes inside the house and flows through all the parts which are there, metal parts and electrical appliances, all will get damaged, and the people who are residing in this house will get shock. So since earth is so huge, it can help us to discharge this amount of current into it. So this is what about lightning conductor. As far as protection against earthquakes are concerned, it is always better to have a quake safe construction, and it is particularly near places where more of chances of earthquakes are possible. They are called seismic areas. So in those areas, use of mud or wood is more better than heavy construction material. Roof should be very light, and during earthquake there is a possibility of even the fire. So fire extinguisher is a must in those areas. During earthquake, it is better to follow certain tips, such as if you are at home during earthquake, immediately take a shelter under the table or under the cot, and not to come out until shaking stops. Staying away from tall and heavy objects because that may fall on you. If pillows are nearby, you can use those pillows to cover your head to avoid any injuries directly to the head. And it is always safe to run to an open ground than standing near the tree or near the buildings or electric poles. So these are all few tips in case if we get caught during earthquakes. Thank you very much.